United States fell. The United States fell. When the United States split, it ran away.
My name is Cordova, and this piece is called Walled In, an American Ritual.
Inspired by the book Walled In by Henry David Thoreau, I have created Walled In Cabin. And after living in a year of solitude, I am finally emerging and inviting folks into my cabin to create the ritual of reckoning.
You know, Henry David Thoreau spent 2 years in Walden Pond, and now I walled in for a year, follow along. I went to the woods to live deliberately. I just knew from the beginning that I was interested in Walden as a text of being isolated and really having to reflect on one's own labor and also one's own place in American society specifically. I mean, I think all of this whole entire piece is trying to reckon with being from a country that has very awful sins and trying to take that responsibility for oneself in order to create the next level or the next wave of what American consciousness is or American identity more so. I'm not here to fix you. I'm here to fix me. I think there's a darkness to our country's story in totality. Reading Walden as a Chicanx person, it doesn't speak to me in the same way as it might speak to other folks. It doesn't feel like it's part of my canon, even though that I'm born and bred American. Take hold of one story is also very important to me. Is it that you too feel like you've been trapped in a can, mass-produced and removed from your homeland, and only celebrated for the finished product and when taken apart, discarded with disgust? Ew, tripe, that's intestines, that's not right! Manula man, what if where you now eat is my homeland? To me, it feels like it's a liminal space, that it's more of a psychic space than an actual physical space. When you're living in a world of turmoil, I think turmoil and destruction and this aggressive symbology kind of takes over in that domestic space also. And so I think that's what's happened here is it's just overgrown this cabin, kind of similar to how vines or weeds would. It feels dangerous to leave me alone to my own devices. I just want to evade this internal divisiveness, but now I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding all over the place, and now I'm faced with the disintegration of identifying with the dying nation. Can I escape this? Is it too late for us? Is it too late? When there are too many stars in the sky to count, and I know I could take my seat with the best of them, but when I go to sit, I'm told, this seat's taken. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm mistaken. I thought this chair was mine in the making. You know, it's in the same breath where I stand, chest out, head high, but naked. Undressed, disarmed by saying he's American. I mean, maybe if I wasn't so loud, angry, and brown, I wouldn't have to say my name again. I stand in my boots, stiff, tall, but shaken. We're in need of a new dream. Me? I'm in need of a new pair of boots. I think it's a day in the life. It's a day in the life of this post-American who is trying to find the American essence. And that's the ritual. The ritual is waking up, them eating, them having to relieve themselves, maybe doing some work, some creative work, and then going to bed.